All right, so today be day 4, day 5, depends on how you look at it. Um, the skills that we're going to introduce today are the leave it, take it, which we haven't done with Doc yet, and we're going to introduce another skills, place. So leave it, take it is obviously just like it sounds like. You want to be able to tell the dog to leave something alone. If you drop something off the kitchen table or kids drop something, you want to be able to say, hey, leave that, and then okay, give them the release for training purposes of okay, take it, so they know the difference. And basically that is going to be basically like all the other skills that we've talked about. We're going to give a visual cue and a verbal cue for the dog to leave it or take it, and we're going to give physical and verbal corrections. We're going to do the positive, negative reinforcement, and then release them in the reward. So that's kind of lined out an outline of how we're going to do it. What I'm going to do is get Doc and drop a treat on the floor, and we're going to walk by it, and when he tries to go for the treat, I'm going to give him a correction on the leash and hey, leave it, and I'll keep walking him by there, leave it, and I think with the other training we've been doing, he'll pick it up pretty quick, look to me for direction, and then at some point I'll say, okay, take it, and just teach him like we've been doing with the jumping up, the recall, and the sit stays. It's looking to us for direction, yielding at doorways, leaving him in a sit until we get the doorway open. He's doing really well at that as well. But I think he'll get the message pretty quick. And this, like all the other skills, is just getting him to look to us for permission or for direction instead of acting on his own impulse. And it's a useful skill to have if maybe dropping an onion or some chocolate or something that's not good for a dog off the counter. You want to be able to tell the dog when he's off leash, hey, leave that, leave it, and trash cans, and it can go for just about anything. Leave it is not yours, take it, okay, you can have it now. And then place is basically a sit stay in a designated place. It can be a sit stay, a down stay. What we're going to do is and basically all the bullet points I have for it are the same as the above. The verbal and physical cues, the physical and verbal corrections, and then the releases and so on. But we're going to get a Kuranda bed out here. It's one of the beds that sits 5 or 6 inches up off the ground. And what we're going to do is have him off of the bed, walking around on a leash in the room, and then I'm going to say place, point at the bed. He's not going to know what that means at first. I'm going to take him with the leash over, get him all 4 feet on the bed, and then reward him for place. And eventually he'll get the idea that place, the word, means to go to this spot, and place, the hand signal, means to go to that spot as well. And just like the sit stays and yielding at doorways, it doesn't mean go over there and get on the bed and then get off. It means to go over there and get on the bed and stay until we release you. This would be for someone knocks on your door, or a UPS guy comes or something, just a way to control your dog when you need to have him in a certain place instead of hold on, let me go lock him in the garage, or let me put him in his crate. What else? Oh, so we're going to use a Kuranda bed, like I said, and the reason is it's elevated up off the ground, and that way the dog, it's easier to teach the dog to get all 4 feet on the bed. If you just have a bed laying on the ground, the dog may walk over and put his hand on the bed and paw on the bed and say, I'm there. This way he learns that we're going to get all 4 feet up on the bed. And people who use beds at home, what we can do is take the Kuranda bed and put it on top, or put the fluffy bed or whatever you use at home on top of the Kuranda bed, say place, get him used to going up there and getting on that bed, and then once he learns the skill, we can take the Kuranda bed away and he still knows that place is my bed. So those are the skills that we're going to do today, as well as reinforcing the things that we've been working with him on. He's doing really good on the leash and the recall and the yielding at doorways, especially sit stays, downstays are, we just started that yesterday, so hopefully that'll get better. And one note was he seems to be a lot better behaved without treats. If he knows that we have a treat somewhere and that he's going to get a treat reward, his focus seems to be a lot less than just praising him, rewarding him with praise and verbal and physical. So we're going to get him out and do some videos on these skills, and we'll keep reinforcing what we have been doing. But he's doing pretty good. He's got a little bit of a hard head and a little bit independent, but you should, if you reinforce this and stay consistent, you should have a pretty good dog here. Okay. All right.